Hello and welcome to TTV News with some latest event in TayNinhTV province. Ladies and gentlemen, on the mornings of June 5th, Mr. Nguyễn Thanh Ngọc, Chairman of Provincial People's Committee, and Mr. Nguyễn Hồng Thanh, Vice Chairman of Provincial People's Committee, meet voters before the 14 sessions of the Provincial People's Council in Ward 2, TayNinhTV City.
Ward 2 voters has 4 speeches with a lot of practical content. The voters expressed their excitement at the socio-economic development of the study, as well as the province, and welcomed the resolution recently issued by the Provincial People's Council at the 12 sections. In particular, the Provincial People's Council issued resolution regulating allowance level for non-specialized forces working at the grassroots level. This is a story that has been frequently proposed by the voters in Ward 2 and the voters in other localities before, and therefore the voters are very excited about the results of the last section. In addition, the voters also asked delegates of the People's Council at both provincial and city levels, as well as functional associates, to pay attention to the projects that need to be invested in and operated, such as the embankment of the TayNinhTV Canal and alley number 3 of the Trưng Nữ Vương Street, and at the same time also requesting the authority to closely monitor the environmental situation on the TayNinhTV Canal. Mr. Nguyễn Thanh Ngọc, Chairman of Provincial People's Committee, representative of Provincial People's Council, received and explained the issues of concern and recommendations to the voters, and at the same time provide more information about the resolution issued by the Provincial People's Council. The shares and explanations of the Chairman of Provincial People's Committee were welcomed and agreed by voters. And ladies and gentlemen, towards the 40th anniversary of the victory of the counter-intelligence plan on September 9 of 1984 and September 9 of 2024, on June 4th, the External Security Department of the Provincial Police organized a visit to the Murder Cemetery, Hills 82 of Tân Biên District, and offered incense and flowers at the cemetery of the Central Security Committee of the Southern Revolution Base. The delegation spent a minute of commemorating and burning incense to pay tribute to the great contributions of the heroes and martyrs who courageously fought and laid down for the cause of the national independence and liberation and the national reunification. At the same time, the delegation visited the Colonel Lương Thị Tâm, former Deputy Commander of the Security Command of the Provincial Police, wounded soldier class of 2 over 4th, and Colonel Bùi Quang Vinh, former Deputy Commander of Security Command of the Provincial Police, wounded soldier class up to the 4th, and the 2 security officers who directly participated in the CM12 counterintelligence plan in the province.
One of the measures of the Department of Natural Resources and Environment to monitor and control water quality in Vàm Cỏ Đông River is to carry out automatic surface water monitoring in the river basin.
And from the beginning of 2024 until now, the Department of Natural Resources and Environment has carried out monitoring at 32 locations in the Vàm Cỏ Đông River basin, from upstream to downstream at 32 locations, an increase of 12 locations compared to 2022, and paying special attention to river and stream areas receiving the water sources. And according to the results of surface water quality monitoring in the Vàm Cỏ Đông River basins in the province in the first 4 months of 2024, it shows that 17 over 21 parameters meet the allowable limit, while 4 over 21 parameters are normal. The number does not reach the allowable limit. And the Department of Natural Resources and Environment said that the department has built a network of collaborators to monitor waste discharge activities of businesses to promptly detect and report violations in the fields of environmental protection. And after 2 days of the June the 3rd and June the 4th of 2024, the 10th rain exam for the 2024 and 2025 school year in the province has ended safely, seriously, and according to the regulations. On the first day of exam, non-specialized subjects include literature and English. 135 candidates were absent. 138 candidates were absent in mathematics. No candidates violated the regulations. On the second day of testing, specialized subjects for candidates taking taking the entrance exam to Hoàng Lê Kha High School for the gifted. There are 20 candidates absent out of the total of 436 candidates registered to take the exam in literature and mathematics. In the specialized exam subjects, physics, chemistry, history, biology, and English, there were 600 candidates participating in the exam and 5 candidates were absent. On the exam day for specialized subjects, no candidates violated the regulation for the entrance exam also. And the 10th-grade admission principle for the combined admission exam is to only consider candidates who have taken on the prescribed exams and have not violated the exam regulations. The mathematics, literature, and English tests on score 1 point or more. And on June the 5th of 2024, the Department of Education and Training began writing the 10th-grade entrance exam. And on the morning of May the 30th, the Department of Ministry and Trade coordinated with WWF Vietnam to organize a workshop to implement the work saving electricity in 2024 and share the results of greenhouse gas inventory report with the businesses in TayNinhTV province. Attending the event, there was Mr. Len Tuong, Director of the Department of Ministry and Trade of TayNinhTV province. In 2023, the whole province will save for 149 million kilowatts of electricity, reaching for 2.6% and 0.6% higher than Directive number 20 of the Prime Minister of 2.0%, particularly for the Earth-hour campaign. The entire TayNinhTV province will save for 8,734 kilowatts of electricity in 2023 and 21,170 kilowatts of electricity in 2024. At the working section, the delegates also participate in discussions, exchanging experiences and answering opinions on economical and efficient use of electricity and energy, greenhouse gas inventory, and climate change. And ladies and gentlemen, Ho Chi Minh City Department of Transport has just reported to the City People's Committee on the implementation of the project to control vehicle emissions in the area. Accordingly, the control of vehicle emission in Ho Chi Minh City will be carried out in 2 stages, in which the City Department of Transport proposes to select pilot buses to control emissions from 2025, then massive application to remaining means. The emission control project to implement the action program on green energy conversions and reduction of carbon dioxide and the methane emissions has been assigned by the government to deploy in major cities. Meanwhile, Vietnam Inland Waterway Department is planning a general inspection on inland waterway waste from July the 1st. After inspection, the Ministry of Transport will supplement the legal regulation related to the fields of inland waterways, creating the favorable conditions for water transport to develop. According to a report by the Vietnam Inland Waterways Department, the total number of inland waterway ports and ways have been announced, licensed, are in operations is 5,553 ports and wharves. Meanwhile, the total number of unauthorized inland waterway stations on the national inland waterway is 1,900 stations. Among them, 991 berths ports, 909 wharves operate without permission. The Vietnam Inland Waterway Department admitted that the situation is still complicated due to the unauthorized waste outside the assigned management areas of the department and port authorities, mainly in local areas of management. And facing with this situation, the Ministry of Transport assigned the Vietnam Inland Waterways Department to develop a general inspection plan for the ministry to preside over, or assign the department to preside over and coordinate with the localities and forces to deploy during the period from July the 1st to December 31st of 2024. And ladies and gentlemen, the Vietnam Airlines is ranked by airlineratings.com as one of the top 25 airlines in the world in 2024. Specifically, Vietnam Airlines ranked 11th. And to create this ranking list, airline rating is based on the criteria such as safety level, products and services, aircraft age, profitability, passenger reviews from many sources, innovation and orders, and the next row of plans. Vietnam Airlines said that being recognized in the top 25 is largely due to the airline's efforts to improve the service quality in recent times, and currently Vietnam Airlines is the first and only airline in Vietnam to achieve the title of 5-star international airline.
Ladies and gentlemen, protecting the environment is not just a worry for anyone, but each person's thought and action will contribute to impacting the environment. In order to creative and positive change in awareness toward a green environment, many union organizations have come up with the creative and practical way to improve their lives.
The model using environmentally friendly paper bags has been implemented by the Youth Union of Long Thanh Backwards Horton Town since 2021 with a task such organizing troops to distribute friendly paper bags to the people in the area, the world, and handing out paper bags to the people when coming to do documents at the one-stop department. This model aims to help the people limit the use of plastic bags when going to the department to return the results and take the results, and also contributed to the encouraging the people to go to the department of one-stop department to prepare documents and propagate the people to limit the use of plastic bags in daily transactions. And up to now, the model has launched for 20 rounds in 890 environmentally friendly bags distributed to each household in the world, contributing to improving the current plastic waste pollution situation, attracted for 250 youth union members to participate. When I came here, there were also youth union members handing out bags to carry documents, which is very hygienic and good for protecting the environment. Deployed from 2022, the colorful stone benches model has been implemented by the Youth Union of Long Thuận Commune of Bến Cầu District. In addition to creating a new look for old stone benches in the schoolyard, stone chairs are also responsible for conveying messages about the environment to raise awareness and responsibility to preserve and protect the living environment. We also integrate slogans about environmental protection to raise awareness of environmental protection with the children, such as not littering, landfill, do not use plastic waste. We can use reusable objects or paper materials also. And currently, the colorful stone benches model is replicated at 4 schools in the commune. It can be said that the human consciousness plays an important role in the development of degradation of the environment. By acting more continuously and responsibly every day, we are protecting the life and health, our health and environment also.
The 2024 edition World Environment Day will focus on the land restoration, desertification, and drought resilience under the slogan Our Land, Our Future. We are Generation Restoration, as the year marked the 30th anniversary of UN Convention to combat desertification.
And ladies and gentlemen, this year's World Environment Day was launched by the United Nations on the June 5th with a theme Land Restoration, Combating Drought and Desertification, to call on countries around the world to join hands towards the goals of land restoration, desertification, and drought resistance, solving climate change, protecting nature, enhancing livelihoods and food security for billions of people worldwide. In Vietnam, in recent times, afforestation has been considered a fundamental, sustainable solution on the path to preventing desertification and drought. Born and brought up in the land of Sui Bu, Văn Chấn district in Bai province, witnessing the terrible natural disaster has been devastated the villages, trees and crops of his homeland. This small ethnic boy understood the importance of the trees in preventing natural disaster and protecting the environment. Therefore, for more than 8 years, he and his Green Dream project have planted a lot of trees in his hometown and some other provinces also. When implementing the project for nearly 8 years now, the most obvious thing I can see is that the hill has been greener, and it is not completely green. The future will be green, and the reappearance of underground water is very wonderful. The tree survival rate is over 95%, and that is an achievement, and will be tried. To overcome this, we will advance and learn about the microclimates and native plants. Not only the Green Dream project, the path of green restoration of forests is also receiving attention from many localities and organizations. More than 25 hectares of natural forests on the Rocky Mountain corridor connecting Hòa Bình and Sơn La provinces, the common home of the rare and endangered white jack gibbon and many other wildflower and fauna species, are also expected to recover through the program of green forests and the green forest up to 2024 in Văn Hồ Commune of Sơn La District. Recently, this forest area has been greatly affected because of the people activities causing forest degradation, especially safety in cultivation. And we have to work with the government and the local communities to restore degraded forest areas. Reforestation increases ground cover, increases the amount of water in the soil, and contributes to reducing the risks of desertification and improving the land better. Worth mentioning with forests, drought are reduced and floods are also reduced. The soil does not lose its quality or become discolored. In the past 3 years, there have been a number of projects coordinating with the center to plant large forest areas in the village area and their land areas in the hills. In bare mountains, we cannot cultivate but plant forestry. The trees will grow well in the future, increasing the income for the people and reducing natural forests. And there are just too many examples that show that the tree planting movement is not only implemented simultaneously from all levels of sectors and localities, but also receive the cooperation of the entire community. And with that effort, the current forest coverage rate in our country has reached 42%. And ladies and gentlemen, recalling the years when the COVID-19 pandemic raged on, residents of An Hamlet had to stay at home to practice social distancing, and the market was not operating and the food was scarce. And thanks to the Hamlet head and the government, the local authorities, that is where the people have the food to overcome the pandemic's period, and the village head who did not care about risking his own or his family's life but wholeheartedly helped the people was Mr. Lý Văn Trí, head of An Hamlet's An commune of Châu Thành district and province. Being energetic and enthusiastic, he joined the people's patrol team of hamlets and communes. Then he held the role of deputy secretary of the Hamlet branch, then secretary of the Hamlet's branch and the front working committee, trusted and loved by the people in An Hamlet. Participating in the local area in 2003 and up to now, my enthusiasm, I try to do something useful for the people and the locality so that I can encourage my spirit to improve day by day, and so try to do everything at the forefront of area activity. And from the time he became the chief of the hamlet until now, Mr. Trí has become a bridge between the people in the hamlet and the local government. He has conveyed the thoughts and aspirations of the people in the hamlet to the authorities at all levels, as well as conveyed for the helping the people, and the people clearly understand the policies of the party in the state. Thanks to that, the economic situation of the people in the hamlet is increasingly improving, and security and order are always maintained. As a very energetic and enthusiastic Hamlet coach, he is always a shining example for the Cross Party members and the masses to learn from. He participated very well in the movement activities launched by the locality, especially in propagating the party policies and guidelines and the state legal policies to union members and the members and the masses to the local people. This is a young coach, an exemplary leader in all local movements, and with the motto of self-division, he does a good job advising the self in all phases to propagate and educate the masses. Mr. Trí goes to every alley, knock on every house, and mobilize the people to implement the local movements very well. And therefore, during the past 5-year term, An Hamlet's party sales branches and organizations have always achieved cleanliness and strength successfully completing their tasks. Mr. Lý Văn Trí is a party member who successfully completed his task for 4 consecutive years from 2020 to 2023 and received many years of awards from the Provincial People's Committee for outstanding achievements in the movement of all people unite to build cultural life and family work, and the movement of all people to protect national security, also the medal for the cause of justice, etc., and with many certificates of merit from districts, communes, and the hamlets also.
And that's all for today TTV News. Thank you for being with us, and goodbye for now.